Hey guys, welcome back to Poplar Ridge. My name is John, for those of you that are new here. Today we're going to be working on putting together a Joel Salatin style chicken tractor. Now I'm going to modify it just a little bit because I'm just getting started and I don't want my chicken tractor to be quite as big as what Joel Salatin has. He's running hundreds if not thousands of meat birds through these individual tractors, and I'm going to condense it down just a little bit. And I'm also going to make the plans based upon what I have here available. So I've already drawn up some plans that I kind of found on the internet, modified those original Joel Salatin style plans. Now I'm going to go around and see what I have here on the farm to use in terms of metal and hardware cloth or chicken wire, and what boards I have available to use. And then I'm going to modify these plans some more based upon what I have, because I really don't want to spend a lot of money on this. You guys can do the same thing at home based upon what you have or what you can afford. Just modify those plans to work for you. I think the original Joel Salatin style plans hold 75 birds. They're 10 foot by 12 foot. My plans right now are going to be more like 8 by 12, if not 7 by 12, depending on what I have. And they should hold roughly 60 birds. So I'm not losing a whole lot, and I'm not planning on raising 60 this year either, so it should be more than enough for this year to get started. So I'm going to bring you along. Let's go see what materials we can find. So I'm just going through a pile of building materials and metal that I have back here, guys. I really don't like to throw away building materials if I can avoid it, especially when I know I'm going to be building pens and animal shelters and stuff later. A lot of this is just reclaimed stuff that was available to me. I used a lot of this to build my kids a tree house and to put a roof on our chicken coop, which you've probably seen in our other chicken coop video, but if you haven't, go check that out now. I'm just going to dig through here and see what I can find that's about the right size, and we're just going to use what we have on hand to do the best we can. Got some leftover hardware cloth here, guys, from our chicken coop build. This is one of a couple of lumber piles I have. In here I've got several different boards that are treated, that are mixed in. These are some of the old porch boards that we ripped down and used for studs and rafters on the chicken coop. Again, go check out that video if you want to see more about that. So I'm going to use some of these. They're 2x6s. I happen to have a couple of treated 2x4s that are new, that are left over from the fence building or the run building on the chicken coop also. So I'm just going to take a mixture of different things out of here and see if we have enough. I had a couple of these 2x8s left over from the picnic table build. I'm just going to cut those down to 2 feet so I can rip them down and use them for the corners of the chicken coop. The light's getting kind of dim here, guys. I'm going to keep cutting and just working on putting together the pieces and parts in terms of getting them all cut so I can start putting them together. But the light's quickly fading. It's almost 6:30 now. But like I said, I'm going to keep cutting, and then maybe we'll come back the next day and show you how we're doing on putting it together. There's one. Bunch more to go. What you making?
A potion.
A potion for what?
Oh, I know.
Hmm?
I don't know. I just want to make something. Perfect. I need more soda. I need a lot more than that. Okay. I think I need more water after that. Yep, I'm gonna need more water.
Better find you a stick to start up with.
It's right there, the big one. Big fat one.
Okay, have fun. this is the long side of the chicken tractor here. It ended up being 14 feet. So right now my plan is 7 foot by 14 feet, which will allow room for quite a few chickens. So now that we've got it tied together, let's see if it'll stand up. That's better. That's pretty good. Take them all the way to those boards.
I'm gonna stop doing my potions because I want to help now.
Okay, come on.
Yes.
Stand right here, hold that up. Got it?
Hey, Jace. Yeah? Daddy said that we will be getting chicks, and me and you will be looking after them, and we get to hold them as their babies, and then when they grow up, they won't be afraid of humans. And he said that some will be for meat, and we'll put the other ones with the girls that we already have the egg laying. Yay! But some of them will be for meat, so that we can... How long
Daddy,
does it take?
Will we be selling the meat chickens or will we be eating them?
Both. Probably. Yep.
Alright. It has 4 sides.
Now
We're getting closer.
Whoa!
Featherhead likes it.
Featherhead likes it.
She likes it. What's going on?
Cool pin, guys. Get up there, honey girl.
She's trying. She wants to do it. She wants to do what she thinks she can't make it.
There goes Daisy.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, Daisy says.
Oh, new place to sit.
You girls think this is for you?
You already have a nicely
Do
painted
you girls think this is for you?
You already have a good painted coop.
You're like a kid who has fancy toys but wants to play with the cardboard box. Go lay some eggs.
Yeah. Go lay some eggs, Featherhead.
Okay. Thank you for your help. Don't hang on it. It's not strong enough for that yet.
Okay, I need it. I'm trying to go over it, but I guess I can only go under it.
Very good. Well, here is the chicken tractor as it sits today. We are just about ready to wrap the back half in metal, and the top will have metal on it. This section here will get a full piece of metal, front to back, 14 feet. This will be a door, like a top hatch door. You can see I added some supports here for the door to sit on. So I've got to finish up framing that in. And I just put some 1x and some 1x2s and 2x2s across the top as framing so the metal doesn't sag and I have something to screw into. It's pretty lightweight. On the bottom, I also added some bracing in each corner, including in the middle. The middle's the weak point on this particular build. You can see it right down in there. So each of the corners have that. I think that'll help keep the sides from wanting to, bow out over time, and will just give added strength for when you're dragging it around. So we're going to set the camera up and get to work. feet further down the sides with metal, on about 1.5 feet, 2 foot on each side, because I was just short on hardware cloth, so that made all the difference. So I could just use what I had instead of having to buy new stuff. I also purposely put these cross bracings in here flush with the outside so that I could use that to staple this hardware cloth to. I'll come back in with some heavier duty staples. This is just to get it held up. Well, here's pretty much the final finished product. I think so far it's been a success. I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's definitely not perfect. It's far from perfect, but it was absolutely free except for a little bit of hardware cloth that I needed to purchase. I still have 1 or 2 things to finish up on here. I got to fashion some handles and go pick up the dolly for the back portion of it so it can roll from a friend. And I need to add some hardware cloth to the top of the door and some hinges, but other than that, it's ready to go. It's ready for birds. So it's going to be exciting this year, raising some meat birds and doing something different. I'm also going to be adding some laying hens to our flock this year, so there's going to be a lot of chicken videos coming up. So if that's your thing, you'll be excited to see what's coming up in the next couple months or so. Appreciate you guys coming along with me. This project's been a lot of fun. It's almost come to a close here, and when we get ready to put the birds in, I'll be sure to bring you along. Thank you guys, and God bless.